tourism had seen the investments that the oil industry, a percentage of the investment that oil industry has seen, I'm sure tourism will show great potentials as well. If you look at, let us look at the growth of the creative industry in terms of employment in Nigeria. Afrobeat is beating the world. Look at the accolades our young creatives have gotten globally. Look at the new products they've created in terms of awareness of Afrobeat. You've got One Africa that has gone from America to Dubai. I think they've even done London. Look at Afro Nation, the new one. And I mean, those events employ, it's unfortunate that they are abroad, but they are creating employment both at home, in related industries, and abroad. Look at now, Netflix is buying Nigerian movies. That means that Nigerian movies, Nollywood has gotten onto this global platform where you don't have to travel anywhere to export creative product of creative talent. A blockbuster Nollywood movie is made in Abuja and Lagos. It's put on Netflix. It is creating an inflow back into Nigeria without a Nigerian moving or without the consumer even getting up from their TV chair. It's just remote control to a particular platform and you watch that movie and you pay a monthly fee for access to that platform, which gives a return. We talk about fashions. Again, you know, international collaborations. We're seeing fashion designers, you know, linking up with the greats of the world. If you talk about religion, you know, Nigeria is a mecca in terms of religion around the world. People coming in here constantly, the deepening of the faiths, and you know, if a church holds 1 million people, you can imagine how many people service a convention in that church. If a mosque holds an equivalent of NASDAQ, the convention, you can imagine how many people. Just think about the trickle-down effect of a convention. People eat, people get there, people sleep there. All those things that trickle, have multiplier effects in terms of what does it bring into the economy that wasn't planned. And most of the people, a lot of people come from around the country, around the region, and around the world. Tourism consumes the output of agriculture. Farmers will sell more if people are coming in to consume what we are doing. If you invest in manufacturing, tourism consumes, because what you're doing is, take a small country like Jamaica. What does Jamaica consume relative to its population? So they consume much more and extract much more profit because there are people coming there to buy and consume from agricultural to manufacturing industries. So I believe that if we realign our thinking and look at tourism as a business and give some consideration to tourism, the hotels exist, the shops exist, the entertainment exists, hospitality exists, the transport, no matter what you say about it, exists. There are places where they have security issues as well that people go to. I mean, tell me that South African Airways going to Johannesburg has been empty every day, even since this xenophobic incidents that we've had. They've been carrying people, Nigerians, who are still going there. So what is the security issue that Nigeria has that cannot be supported? Does America not have a security issue? Does the United Kingdom not have a security issue? Does France not have a security issue? We don't have a problem. We are like every other country that has an issue in certain places. You can't get up in the middle of the night and say you're in a big city in London and tell me you're going to walk into certain areas. Or you can't get into your car and tell me that there are certain southern states in America that you and your wife are just going to drive around in as, you know, people of color. So I don't understand that, yes, you have to be sensitive to the specific environment that you're in when you go to certain countries, but don't label the whole country, you know, with one or two labels and write it off for tourism. No. Tourism is possible in Nigeria. Tourism exists in Nigeria. People come here. I received a delightful email a couple of days ago where two women from Russia were asking for advice that they wanted to come to Nigeria and that they had seen images that endeared them to Nigeria. For me, you know, that is even the international tourism. But tourism must sit down, international tourism must sit squarely on a platform of a solid domestic industry. Because when you go to Dubai, all you do is buy a ticket. All those things that constitute the local domestic household tourism industry are there, working. That's why you can go there and enjoy it. If we don't have those things working, at least within some capacity, you know, the internationals will always be weak. You must create seamless packages. I must be able to buy a package, like I go to Saudi Arabia, it's a package. There's hotel, taxi, visa, all those things. We must cluster. How many packages exist between Abuja and Lagos? That you can buy a hotel and airline, just even two. Not even taxi, meal, tour guide, nothing. So I try to encourage people. Ntdc doesn't own assets, but I encourage the owners of the assets to look at investing in their assets, even if it's just clean toilets or a bush bar that people can buy and drink in. Do something. Even just creating a brand that you brand and create a digital identity that allows us to push your product for you. Do something. That, you know, governments, I encourage governments to cluster. Bring some like activities together and create a cluster of events that people can market and you know, you can't drive 5 hours to look at a waterfall and there's no sitting area, you can't buy a souvenir, you can't even use the bathroom conveniently and say you have a tourism asset. No, you have a tourism potential. You need to package and develop it into an asset for it to become something that is deliverable and easy for the people to consume. Nigeria is the best kept secret in terms of tourism in Africa. Come to Abuja, come to Lagos, come and feel the energy. Come and hear the heartbeat of Africa. Come to the heartbeat and feel the heart beating. I mean, I'm sure everybody here must know of somebody who came to Nigeria on some totally unrelated purpose with no intention to migrate to Nigeria that is still here. Especially in your profession. I remember a few years ago there were a lot of foreign journalists who came to Nigeria. A lot of them are still here. Some of them have married Nigeria. I think Nigeria is the best kept secret. Don't listen to what they say about Nigeria. Find out yourself what Nigeria is about. When more people are brave enough to get onto that road that is not the polished 5-star hotels and glitz and Uber dollar costs, your $1 in Nigeria is 365 naira. Your $100 in Nigeria is 35,000 naira. You can get a decent hotel. Or 36,500 naira. You can get a hotel. Your $1 cannot feed you for a day in America, but your 365 naira can give you a nice carbohydrate and protein for sure.